Welcome back to Money Mindset Hub, everyone. I'm your host, Raul Sofa, and today we're tackling a question that I know is on the minds of so many of you. Is it really possible to build wealth when you feel like you're just barely making ends meet? Maybe you're a recent graduate navigating student loans, a young professional in an expensive city, or simply someone whose income doesn't seem to stretch as far as you'd like. You look at headlines about millionaires and think, that's a different world entirely. Well, I'm here to tell you that while the journey might look different, building wealth on a low income isn't just a pipe dream, it's absolutely achievable. In fact, it's often about smart strategies and consistent action, not necessarily a massive starting salary. Think of it like planting a tiny seed. It might not look like much at first, but with the right care, the right environment, and consistent nurturing, it can grow into something substantial. Today, we're going to explore the essential nutrients and techniques you need to cultivate your own financial garden, even if your soil feels a little thin right now. Our first step is to shift our mindset. It's easy to feel discouraged when comparing yourself to others, but wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about progress, not perfection. So let's ditch the I can't afford it mentality and start asking, how can I make this happen? Now let's get practical. The foundation of building wealth at any income level is understanding where your money is currently going. This might sound basic, but trust me, it's where the magic often begins. Imagine trying to navigate a new city without a map. That's what managing your finances without tracking your income and expenses is like. You're essentially wandering in the dark. So, how do you create your financial map? There are several ways. You can go old school with a notebook and pen, meticulously writing down every dollar in and every dollar out. Or you can leverage technology. There are fantastic budgeting apps available that can link to your bank accounts and credit cards, automatically categorizing your spending. Some popular options include Mint, YNAB, PocketGuard, and many more available. Find what works best for you and commit to tracking your spending for at least a month. You might be surprised by what you discover. Perhaps you're spending more on takeout coffee than you realized, or maybe those small impulse purchases are adding up significantly. Identifying these leaks is the first step to plugging them and freeing up cash for your wealth-building journey. Once you know where your money is going, the next crucial step is to prioritize saving. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Save? With what money? And that's a valid question. But even small, consistent savings can make a big difference over time, thanks to the power of compounding, which we'll touch on later. The key here is to be strategic. Don't just aim to save whatever's left over at the end of the month, because often there's nothing left. Instead, make saving a non-negotiable part of your financial plan. Think of it as paying yourself first. Decide on a small, manageable percentage or a fixed amount that you will automatically transfer to a separate savings account each payday. Even if it's just $25 or $50 to start, consistency is key. Automating this process removes the temptation to skip it. Where should you keep this initial savings? A high-yield savings account is a great starting point. These accounts typically offer a higher interest rate than traditional savings accounts, allowing your money to grow slightly even before you start investing. This is where things start to get really exciting. Compounding is essentially earning returns on your initial investment and on the accumulated interest. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small but gathers momentum and size over time. Albert Einstein famously called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world, and for good reason. The longer your money has to grow, the more significant the impact of compounding. This is why starting early, even with small amounts, is so crucial. Let's illustrate with a simple example. Imagine you invest $100 per month and earn an average annual return of 7%, which is a historical average for the stock market. After 10 years, you'd have around $1,700 to $500, but after 30 years, that same $100 per month could grow to over $100,000. That's the power of time and compounding working for you. Now, this is often the part that feels most intimidating, especially on a low income. The idea of investing can conjure up images of Wall Street tycoons and complicated jargon. But the reality is, investing has become increasingly accessible to everyone. You don't need thousands of dollars to get started. With the rise of fractional shares and low-cost investment platforms, you can begin investing with as little as $5 or $10. These platforms allow you to buy small pieces of a company's stock, making it affordable for almost anyone. For beginners on a low income, I often recommend starting with low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds, ETFs. These are essentially baskets of stocks or bonds that track a specific market index, like the S&P 500. They offer instant diversification, which helps to reduce risk, and typically have very low expense ratios, meaning more of your returns stay in your pocket. Here are some example beginner-friendly investment platforms, such as Robinhood, Fidelity, and Vanguard. Don't be afraid to start small and learn as you go. The most important thing is to get started. Even contributing a small amount regularly will expose you to the market and allow you to benefit from potential growth and the magic of compounding. While saving and investing are crucial, so is maximizing the money you currently have. This involves being mindful of your spending and exploring opportunities to increase your income. Take a close look at your recurring expenses. Are there any subscriptions you're not using? Can you negotiate better rates for your internet or phone bill? Even small reductions in monthly expenses can free up significant cash over the long term. Beyond cutting costs, consider ways to supplement your income. This could involve a side hustle, freelancing in your area of expertise, selling items you no longer need, or even exploring opportunities for a raise at your current job. Every extra dollar earned is another dollar that can be put towards your wealth-building goals. The world of finance and investing can seem complex, but there are tons of accessible resources available to help you learn and grow. Take advantage of free online courses, reputable financial websites, podcasts like Money Mindset Hub, and books on personal finance and investing. The more you understand how money works, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions and navigate your wealth-building journey. Don't be afraid to ask questions and seek out reliable information. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. Building wealth, especially on a low income, takes time and discipline. There will be ups and downs, and progress might feel slow at times. The key is to stay consistent with your savings and investment plan and to be patient. Don't get discouraged by short-term market fluctuations or compare your progress to others. Focus on your own journey, celebrate small wins along the way, and remember the power of compounding working silently in the background. So there you have it. Building wealth on a low income is not only possible, it's a journey that many have successfully navigated. It requires a shift in mindset, a clear understanding of your finances, strategic saving, embracing the power of compounding, smart investing, finding ways to boost your income, continuous learning, and above all, consistency and patience. Remember that tiny seed we talked about at the beginning? With consistent effort and the right nurturing, it can grow into something truly remarkable. Start small, stay focused, and believe in your ability to build a brighter financial future. What are your biggest challenges when it comes to building wealth on a low income? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you and continue the conversation here on Money Mindset Hub. And if you found this episode helpful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more insightful financial tips, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future episodes. Thank you so much for tuning in to Money Mindset Hub today. I'm Raul Sofa, and I'll see you in the next episode.